In a city dedicated to monumental sacrifices, there's one that stands strong and never surrenders.
It just gave me chills. I'm impressed. I can't believe he's out there.
Retired Marine Staff Sergeant Tim Chambers has stood at this post since 2002.
It's an extremely long time. To hold a salute that long takes a lot of determination, takes a lot of discipline. And this guy, he does it every year.
With a stiff spine and straight shoulders, this lone Marine stands at attention as the thunder rolls by for more than 3 hours.
They zoom by me, and I get an eyeball at them. And I'm trying to give every one of them that welcome home they didn't get.
Chambers says it started as a spontaneous thank you, but is now his moral obligation.
Like I said, I did 28 years in the Corps. I was a drill instructor. I am totally impressed with this young man. Totally impressed.
Retired Marine Corps Major Larry Carmen says holding a salute this long is nearly impossible for a healthy Marine and unthinkable for a wounded warrior.
He has a broken wrist. God bless him.
Only the slightest of a tremble gave Chambers away. A broken wrist that should have been in a cast, instead held high in a salute.
I knew something was a little different. He started to waver a little bit today. That's dedication. That service before self is what that is.
But as 1 hour bled into the next, the temperatures started to soar.
If you actually watch him right now, he's in distress.
Dave Macedonia ferried water and aspirin to Chambers when it became apparent this soldier was in pain.
You know, veterans help each other, and that's what I'm all about. And if he falls down out there, we're going to go help him.
But Diane Hoagie says she knows her son would never let that happen.
He was very determined. Everything he did, he put 150% into it.
She says he got it from his 81-year-old grandmother, who every year quietly stands on the sidelines, refusing to sit down until her grandson finishes what he started.
It's really emotional.
The lone Marine has now become a bit of a celebrity. People flock to this corner just to get a picture of him. But rather than let it go to his head, Chambers says he hopes others will follow his example.
I'm doing this because America needs to see it, and I want them to emulate that any which way they can across country.
Because for Staff Sergeant Tim Chambers, when it comes to remembering the men who serve, you never give up, you never surrender. At the Lincoln Memorial, Tisha Thompson, Fox 5 News.
The Metropolitan Branch Trail runs from Union Station through Eckington and Northeast all the way up to Silver Spring. It snakes alongside Metro and Amtrak in the shadow of the Capitol in an urban environment dotted with heavy machinery, sometimes bordered by a fence.
I was kind of thinking if something did go down, like where would you go? There's really nowhere to run if somebody did attack you.
Earl Smith and his wife Robin were surprised to learn of 5 recent incidents from early May to early June and 2 robberies in the past 2 weeks, including one assault where a taser was brandished.
That's kind of odd. Makes me wonder, is it gang violence?
In one of the more recent incidents along this isolated stretch of the trail, a man and a woman were riding their bikes. They were confronted by 2 young men who snatched them off their bikes. The man was assaulted. One of the bikes was stolen. That was 11 o'clock on a Saturday night. Last Friday, around 8:15 a.m., police say a man was robbed at gunpoint near R Street. The suspect approached asking for the time of day. The victim took out his iPhone to check to see. The robber stole his phone and wallet.
You still have to be cautious when somebody asks you what time it is. We still got to be safe out here, even during the day.
The Guardian Angels have started safety patrols from 6 to 9 on Wednesday and Thursday evenings. Some civilians have joined in, and the Angels are asking for more help.
So we're going to try to get another extra patrol out in the morning.
Some average citizens have their own answers to what to do when accosted by strangers.
If they reach for you, hit them full on with the entire bike and land on them. Hurt them with your weight and the bike. That is your weapon. If they're going to be stupid enough to stand in front of you and try to snatch you off the bike, let them pay the price.
Police advise be aware of your surroundings. Call 911 if you see anything suspicious. Karen Gray, Houston, Fox 5 News.
Took us about an hour to get here today. I'm really excited, actually. I miss him. My stepdad is coming home from Iraq. From this deployment, it's the largest from this unit since World War II. And all these guys who are coming back, and girls, have jobs that they're returning to. They're really citizen soldiers.
We're here to pick up my brother, his dad. It's not cool when your brother's in Iraq, you know. You never know what's gonna happen.
I'm here to welcome back my husband, Sergeant Thomas Sway. He's been gone since May overseas to Iraq. His orders were actually supposed to go through the end of June next year. You know, we joke, all I want for Christmas is you, but it's true.
On behalf of the entire 116th BSTB, I would like to welcome you all to today's ceremony honoring the return of Alpha Company, 116th BSTB. And right now it is my distinct honor to present the soldiers from Task Force Recon.
These soldiers did an outstanding job. We accomplished over 50 missions. And, we handed over the security of the country of Iraq to the Iraqi army. It was a tough mission. Every time we left the wire, these guys made tough decisions, and they thought on their feet and they got the job done. So give them a hand, please.
We're lucky that we've got great guys like Tommy out there, men and women. We're lucky to have him back. So it was a really, really great Christmas present.
The foot is his, the kidney is somebody else's, but it's heart that keeps David Landsberg rolling along. He's a 52-year-old from Texas, passing through the nation's capital on what he calls a 50-50-50 bike ride.
So 50 states, 50 days, 50 rides, 50 miles each.
His cause is organ donation. You see, David was born with a genetic kidney disease.
You're literally being poisoned from the inside out.
In 1999, the call came.
I was on dialysis one night, got a phone call, asked me if I wanted a kidney, and I thought about it for about that long, and I said, absolutely, I want a kidney.
Turned out he received the kidney of a 6-year-old boy who died in a car accident.
At that most horrible, horrible moment, something I can't even imagine, as his parents, they said, how can we make our son a hero? How can we know that he changed the world?
For David, the bicycle is a vehicle to transport his message. The message that around the country there are 110,000 people waiting for an organ, and every day in the U.S., 18 of those people die waiting. So David has become sort of a Pied Piper on wheels. Strangers gather round to hear how they can become organ donors.
Real simple to do. You can go online to donatelife.net.
He can convert in an instant.
You got my word. I'm gonna do it.
He elicits promises, and he's keeping one of his own about really living this newfound life.
You can either feel sorry for yourself and the conditions that you have and what's going on, or you can be thankful for what you do have.
It is contagious. He gets a free tune-up and a riding buddy from a DC shop called Bicycle Space. Even some DC police join him for a few miles. It helps with the grueling pace.
My doctor wants to lock me up in a psych ward because he doesn't think I'm stable to want to do something like this to my body.
But he says being a little crazy can carry you quite some distance, 50 miles a day to be exact. In Washington, Beth Parker, Fox 5 News.
See the old tan one right there?
Yeah, he's adorable.
That's a nice dog.
I love every one of them.
Pretty. Are they usually hyper like this?
What's great about rescue, and I think what's great about Lucky Dog, is we have dog for everyone. We have little dogs, big dogs, old dogs, special needs dogs, you name it, we have it. And there are some people out there that just have that in them, that they really want to give back that extra bit and take a dog that, you know, really needs saving.
And this is our first dog as a family. We both grew up with dogs, but the boys haven't had any dogs. We've lived in Africa for 6 years, and we've been back for a year, and so we've been promising that we would get a family dog, and so this is a big day.
She's shaking.
actually have a litter of 11 puppies that arrived yesterday, but we also have some special needs dogs as well, and one of those is Chief.
He's a little chow mix, about 1 to 2 years old, I think, and he's about 37 pounds, and he's a pretty mellow guy. Very sweet.
He was found tied either to a tree or to a house, but it was an abandoned home in South Carolina. It was him and another dog. The other dog had such serious heartworm disease that he ended up having to get euthanized because he was dying. And Chief was brought into the shelter, and someone realized that he was out in a pen and he had no back feet. And so they took him into the vet, and it was determined that probably something or someone cut his back feet off. And so his legs and the hind legs are kind of uneven.
But he gets around pretty well, in spite of it. He needs a special owner, maybe, has a little patience, a little time to work with him, take him on walks, because he's a little slow on his walks, but he does like to go out. Other than that, I think he just needs a caring, loving home. Show up that big smile.
All dogs give you unconditional love, but there's something special about the way that a rescue dog looks at you. Like, they know what it's like on the other side of the street, and they never want to go back.